Okay, so now I was just going to talk briefly about the what we're planning for the written papers. We've been planning for some time to move to computer-based testing for the written papers, but obviously since the COVID epidemic, we've really accelerated that, and it's our plan to deliver paper A and paper B using computer-based testing in the autumn on the existing exams calendar, although we maybe have to move the dates a tiny little bit depending on capacity. So we were a bit vague before about how we were going to do that, but now it's much clearer. So the principal way we'll deliver the exam will be through people doing it on their own devices, either at home, preferably, probably, or work. And obviously, again, for that, we'll publish system requirements and enable people to test their systems before they do it. We may have a small number of test center places available as well, but we would not encourage people to use these unless there's very good reason, because of the possibility of second wave of the pandemic. Because if that happens, all the online places may be taken at a late stage. So we definitely encourage people to use the doing it at home option on their own device. I think just like the previous about with the CASC exam, we are going to implement exactly the same exam. We've actually already set the papers, the first papers that we're going to use. So it'll be the same questions that we had planned to do. So they'll be following the blueprint and the curriculum, which again is on the I can't share my screen, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so we'll follow the blueprint that is in that preparing for exam section on the website, and follow the syllabus, the exam syllabus as well, as we always do. We will make one or two changes, which in terms of how it's delivered. And this is really big to ensure probity and make sure people don't cheat. So one is that we will deliver the questions in a random order, possibly within sections, but different candidates get questions in a different order. And we're also, I think, going to randomize the answers, whereas at the moment we give them alphabetically, because this just puts another layer of security there. We're also going to use two forms of proctoring. So proctoring is, again, making sure people don't cheat. We'll use artificial intelligence to look at, for example, where people are looking, what their behaviour is like. But we will also use live proctors, so people watching candidates through webcams. As well, and if the AI triggers something, then obviously the live person can look and see what it's about and see if there's suspicious behaviour. But we've had a few, in terms of questions submitted, we've had a few questions about this, and people anxious that we do have proper security on the exam, so that they don't feel other candidates have an unfair advantage over them. The other thing is, because it's a 3-hour exam or longer for people with extra reading time, we are going to introduce breaks into the exam. So we will put the exam in sections, in timed sections, so that they will have a break and then return to it, because we don't want people to leave the room while they're actually doing the exam, because again that's a security risk. So I think that's the that's the main things I wanted to say about the written papers. We can again return to them in the questions and answers at the end. But we haven't got a demonstration ready just yet, because we've just finalised the details with the provider, which is Pearson VUE, which is a very well-known provider of computer-based testing. But we will put a practice exam up on the website.